the session now. Good afternoon, and we are starting our session now. I know we are 25 minutes into the hour, so I'm going to be very quick. First, with the housekeeping rules. For educational and quality purposes, we record these sessions so that we can have a look at them later for feedback and also improvement, and also to allow member states that missed the session to have a review of what was discussed. So we should all remember to use our icons at the bottom of the screen. The microphone one is to mute yourself when you're not speaking, and remember to unmute when you're speaking. The one that is right next to it is the video icon. That one you can switch your video on or off. And then the rest on the side there, they are for participants. You can click on it and it will give you more icons like raise your hand function, and also you can get to chat through the same. But there's also a chat function on the side and also the share screen. So with that said, I think we can get to know each other quickly and then go right into the agenda of the day. I'm going to start with I think the team from Lesotho. The team from Lesotho, kindly introduce yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Dorothy.
Kindly connect using one device in the room.
Can you hear us?
Yes, now we can hear.
Yeah. I'm Dr. Lechela, as you know, and I have other members with me.
Hello, Dorothy. I'm Masedu Latil from the lab, National Reference Lab.
Hi, Dorothy. I think you're on mute. We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. I think I was trying to pick a call from Botswana. Then I forgot to unmute. Yeah, so that is just the presentation. I know, Nora, you're familiar with it, but just for the sake of Glenn and others who might join. So we got to discuss in length about the progress achieved so far, the challenges, and the call to action, suggestions and recommendation, and the way forward. So as we all know, I'm sure, Glenn, this is also familiar because you attended the training last year. And of course, the main objective of this platform is to share information in a timely manner, and also experiences using these and also doing virtual trainings. And of course, through these, we strengthen coordination and collaboration between member states. And also we share information about outbreaks, we share best practices, and also we have used it as an educational platform and for IHR implementation, as well as sharing resources for outbreaks and addressing knowledge gaps and strengthening AMR surveillance. We had quite a number of AMR sessions last month, which were very insightful. So the progress so far, like I've mentioned, I think we have done 54 sessions since 2017 when we launched this platform. And this year alone, we've done 19 sessions, this one being the 20th. The progress that we have made so far is we have identified bottlenecks in ITAN implementation and shared best practices on how to improve them. And also the community of practice, which is you, has explored emerging innovative ways to overcome these gaps. And also, I remember last year we pre-tested communication materials for Ebola, and we have used the platform also to mobilize member states on regional activities and other regional collaborative center updates. We have also pushed member states to adhere to global health obligations, and also we have tried to escalate this platform to national level, and we are hoping other member states would still do the same. I think that has just started here in Zambia. So this is just an overview from the iEcho platform, which is our evaluation platform. So this is how we get to analyze the data. So like I had mentioned, Glenn, we use the same platform to identify how many member states have joined more regularly. And this is the approach we'll be using to invite member states for regional and continental evaluation. So next year we shall have two, one in June and the other one in December again to evaluate the progress. And so we just come to this platform and check the number of times Eswatini joined the session, the number of times Zimbabwe joined the session. So that is how it analyzes data. So like I said, 19 sessions were found. That is 19 hours and 50 minutes. I know we extend some sessions, like during the AMR week, we extended for 30 minutes because it was very interactive and And then individual attendees, we had 36. So this is a major area that we are having a challenge, because if there are 10 member states and we have 36 individuals attending, considering some are from the RCC and others from the Secretariat in Addis Ababa, then that means we are not doing very well. And like indicated, if we were to get at least 4 representatives from every member state, then we can increase this number from 36 at least to, if you say 10 times 4, then at least to more than 40 at least. So this is the total number of hours and the facilitators, and as well as individuals that made presentations, and the number of presentations that were done were 5. So this is just a graphical presentation as generated through the iEcho platform, and it shows how our sessions have been. So the red one down here is 2017. Of course, it's 00 at the bottom because we launched the platform in December of 2017. I think I need to use this. So we launched the platform in December of 2017. And then 2018, you can see the average number of attendees, and this is per month. So like in January, we had about 7 or 8, with the highest being in March 2018, over 10 per session. So again, that is our major area that needs improvement. And then 2019, the same thing. I think our lowest month, 2019 is the blue one, sorry. So you can see, yeah, like I indicated, the highest we had was like 12 members, 12 attendees per session. Yes, Nora, your hand is up. Hello, Nora?
Hello?
Yes.
I just wanted to let you know that you are not sharing your screen. We cannot see your screen. Unless if you didn't mean to share the screen.
I can see from my side.
Oh, Glenn, you can see it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can see it from my side.
Oh, so maybe it's just me. I'm using a phone. Maybe that's why.
Okay, if you're using a phone,
it's okay.
Nora,
You can proceed.
Just slide to the right. Okay, I'll share it again. I think I had stopped sharing to just check what the issue was. Okay, So can you see it now?
Let me check.
If you flip to the right
Um,
on the screen, you will see it. Just slide to the left or to the right.
I still can't see it, but it's fine. I have seen the slides before, so it's okay.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so I was just trying to interpret the graphical presentation from IECO for Glenn, just to emphasize on the challenge of member states not participating. So the numbers are very low. We hope at least in every session, if we have 70% attendance, then those are 7 member states. And if there are like 2 people attending, that's 14. But if you see most of the time in 2019, it has been below 10. So that's an area of improvement. So the topics that we did this year, I know we started the year with a natural disaster in affecting Malawi, Mozambique, and Zimbabwe. So that was a cyclone in Idai and Kenneth. So we dedicated most of our sessions to that. We also did a session on virtual tabletop exercises that unfortunately we could not implement because of the same challenge of not having the subject matter experts from each member state. So this was particularly targeting the EPR people, the virtual tabletop exercise. So since they were not attending the session, we could not roll out the project. We could not even pilot it because we needed the right people. Those are the people who do these tabletop exercises. We also did some sessions on regional integrated surveillance and laboratory network, which is a model that Africa CDC is implementing in the entire continent. And then when Ebola was declared a public health emergency of international concern, we dedicated most of our sessions this year. Actually, I think 50% of the sessions were around Ebola and the preparedness of member states. And then right after that, to just wind up those sessions we did, and we had Zambia sharing the experience as a tier 2 country. And then in November, we dedicated our sessions to antimicrobial resistance, and we had very good turnout because at least we were able to reach out to the AMR. Focal points. And I think if we got all those contacts, like I shared the template, then I can be copying them when I'm doing these invitations, just also to collaborate with you and make our work easier. And then, of course, the member states also shared about the AMR action plans. So the challenges that came from member states, this is from all over the continent, was internet connectivity, which we appreciate. It is a challenge in Africa, and also some because of power outages. Then the second challenge was lack of commitment, that is to regularly and consistently participate in the sessions. That causes low participation, and also even when member states participate, times they are not punctual. You see, like today we started the session 25 minutes late, which is also not fair for those that join early, but we hope this can continue to improve. So again, an availability of experts. We didn't have a database for subject matter experts, which is why we are hoping that through the template that we shared from the RCC, you can just populate it in consultation with the Africa CDC focal points to have a comprehensive document. And once you share it with the RCC, like I've mentioned, I'll be inviting them for the relevant sessions. And then also there was a challenge shared on sharing information on public health emergencies. I know most of the time the information is not cleared by the relevant authorities in the ministry, so it is not easy for you to come and share on the platform. But even that, Africa CDC is planning to write officially again to the ministries and the NPHIs. So the call for action, we shall continue regularly orienting staff members on how to download and use Zoom, and we rely on you as our champions to continue mentoring other people in the ministries. Also, we shall hope that you can introduce these ECHO projects to the new authorities, because I know at times there are some changes in the ministries of health. and also trying to do presentations about ECHO during your meetings. And we also do the same here in the RCC. Whenever we have any regional meeting, we always create some time in the agenda to talk about ECHO, even at continental level in Addis Ababa. At least ECHO will always come up during other meetings. And also using our points of contact, who are you, who have joined the session today, to invite others, particularly those from animal health, and also inviting people from the NPHIs and including national focal points from other sectors. So the suggestion, like I've said, is to identify subject matter experts in animal health, emergency preparedness and response, laboratory systems and surveillance. And for now, with the internet challenge, the short-term recommendations that came out from the meeting was to just identify a local person who has stable internet connectivity. And when you say a local person, is somebody within the Ministry of, or the National Public Health Institute, who is always stationed at the office and can always try to join the meetings. Then, of course, there was a recommendation that Africa CDC ECHO coordinators, who are me and the others from other regions, to always inform participants a week in advance and providing them with the topics of the session. And with this, I'm hoping we can do during this session, because I want us to identify topics from the topics that I shared, so that each country can select a topic which is their area of strength to present next year. And then for language barrier, this was not a big challenge in Southern Africa, because it's only Mozambique and Angola, and I think Mozambique, our participants can speak English, so I'll skip that. And also there was a recommendation to identify a focal point for ECHO in country, and also to expand our community of practice that I've talked about, and also to inform the relevant leadership at the ministries about the outcomes of Africa CDC ECHO sessions. Like through this meeting or the workshop that happened, it is always good to go back and give them the outputs that came out from the meeting. And also we shall be doing regular polls and surveys to just gauge how we are doing in terms of the challenges and recommendations. And also we plan to introduce new sessions next year based on the Africa CDC priorities for 2020. And also we shall develop a biannual session schedule and share information on ECHO within all the other groups, which is WhatsApp and also Slack platform. So the way forward, we rely on the champions to mobilize and orient other staff within the ministry and the NPHIs, and also to identify these subject matter experts that are listed there. I've mentioned that. And then to select topics for presentation, and also to come up with a mechanism of orienting other staff or navigating Zoom. And we have also developed a one-pager fact sheet. We shall be sharing with you this early next year. We are just having it being reviewed within Africa CDC. It's now about to be done, so we shall share that fact sheet with you that you can always be sharing with the other colleagues. And also, we should ensure that we keep the Slack platform and our WhatsApp platform active. That is when we don't have sessions in a particular week. So yes, I think that's it. And of course, we want to acknowledge the support of Project ECHO at University of New Mexico, who are the innovators of this platform, and Africa CDC headquarters, secretariat, and focal points in your respective countries. I know for the countries that have joined here, Lesotho, we have Kotso Mahamo is our focal point in Lesotho. In Zimbabwe, we have Raiva Simbi. In Eswatini, we have Dr. Magagula. And also acknowledge the RCC coordinators and also other national focal point and champions. So that is the end of the presentation. I tried to be very quick to save on time. I don't know if there are any reactions to that presentation. questions or comments? Lesotho, is there a question?
Not really to the most of
Sorry, I couldn't get you well. I think there's a problem with the connection for Lesotho. Maybe you can use the chat function and type the question, then I'm going to respond. Okay, as Lesotho try to ask the question, I'm just going to share the proposed topics for the 2020. And this time I propose, but I wait to be guided by you as the community of practice. I think each member state will select a topic that they are going to present. Starting next year, we can do that from the third Wednesday of the year, because the first Wednesday of 2020 is the first, which of course is an international holiday. And then I know the 8th, most of you will be settling down from the holidays, so I'm looking at 15th. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Yes, it's
Glenn Eswatini, that is fine.
yes.
Okay, that's a yes from Eswatini. Zimbabwe.
Fine. It's also.
Sorry? Okay. Okay, so I'm still waiting for Lesotho to type in the concern, but I don't know, Lesotho, what is your proposed date to start our sessions next year? We are looking at the 15th. We wait for you also to comment on that proposal.
We want to say yes. Okay. I'm still trying to navigate.
Okay, Kotso.
The date. Okay, the dates are okay.
Okay, the 15th.
Yes.
Okay. I think we are all in agreement. So I've just shared now the proposed topics, but these are not limited. We just created them from the curriculum that we came up with during the initial training. But then feel free to select any topic under any pillar of Africa CDC. And then after selecting that, you identify an expert from your member state who can present on that area. So again, I will have another question, because I know last year we started from up because we use the alphabetical order to be very fair with our member states. I think in most of the polling that Africa Union does, we use alphabetical order. So last year we started from top, which was Angola, Botswana, in our region, Angola, Botswana, Eswatini. And I think the first 5 or so member states were able to make presentations. So I'm proposing this time we start from down, from the bottom. So that will be, no, that will be Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe followed by Zambia, then South Africa. And again, if we are in agreement, I'm going to share that on email. So Lesotho, what is your, do you submit to that or?
We submit to that.
Yes, because we want to use alphabetical order from, in descending order, in descending order from the bottom to do the presentations next year. So that will mean that.
No, there's no problem.
Okay, Eswatini.
Yes, Dorota, I think the criteria is okay. It's fine.
Okay, Zimbabwe. Actually, Zimbabwe, you're going to be the first to present in that order.
I think it's fine, Dorothy. I just have to go through the topics and see which one we can present, and if the subject matter experts will be able to do so by the 15th, since we'll be the first country to present.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Nora, for that. So that means 15th will be Zimbabwe, then followed by 29th, which will be Zambia. But again, if we have an emergency, a public health event of emergency within the region, we can always make the sessions more frequent. That is by meeting in the week that is in between our bi-monthly sessions. So that is how we plan to do it. Because like this year, we spent a lot of time on Ebola, and then we did not have enough time to look at all these other topics. So next year, in case there's an issue like Ebola, which is still continuing, then we shall be using the vacant, Wednesday, the free Wednesday, to discuss other matters of public health priority. So I think for January, we are set on the 15th and 29th. But again, I would want us to agree on a deadline when we can receive the subject matter experts list and also the topics. And I'm looking at January, but I wait to be guided by you on that. So which would be the date that you all feel comfortable to submit the topics for discussion and the subject matter experts from your member states? I start again with, okay, this time I start with the Eswatini.
Sorry, you said what's the date for the first presentation?
The date will be 15th. That will be our first session for 2020. It will be on the 15th of January.
First session. Okay.
Yeah, but
okay.
Even with that, we want to set a deadline.
So, I don't know, maybe.
Go ahead, Glenn. Sorry, we can't hear you well. Kindly.
In the first week of January.
The first week of January?
Yeah.
Okay, the first week of January, then that would be on the 10th.
Yes, let's
Okay.
just say the 10th of January.
Okay, so from Eswatini, we have the 10th of January. From Lesotho,
We are fine with the first week of January.
okay. Okay, thank you. Zimbabwe,
The 10th of January is fine.
okay. Okay, thank you. I think we are all in agreement, consensus. So I'm going to send a reminder about the selection of the topics. And please, like I said, don't feel limited by the ones you selected. Feel free to select any area of expertise in your member state that you feel.
The 10th of January is fine.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm going to send this information on email, and I will copy the Africa CDC focal points in your respective member states so that they can be aware, and also so that you can collaborate with them in generating the subject matter experts and also selecting a topic. It can be any topic as long as it's aligned to the Africa CDC pillars. So don't feel restricted by the ones that we have shared here. Feel free to just select an area of expertise. I know like Eswatini would want to share something about the TB prevalence survey or any other area that you feel you have strength in, because you know in Africa CDC we appreciate that Africa has all the experts in health, and that is why there is Africa CDC today, because we appreciate and acknowledge all the experts in health. So just feel free to select any topic and then submit by the 10th. And I think that should be the last agenda on the last item on our agenda, unless there are other reactions based on the topic of today, which was planning for 2020.
Thank you, Dorothy. Nothing more from Zimbabwe.
Okay, thank you, Zimbabwe. Lesotho and Eswatini.
From Zimbabwe.
Yes, Dorothy. So from my side, I think I don't have much to say, but I think I need to, as an action maybe from my side, to invite more people from the Ministry of Health so that they can, we can at least participate, in most of these sections next year, because as you know that we haven't been participating very well this year. So I'll try my best to ensure that at least in next year we try to participate. So I'll invite more people from the Ministry of Health and try.
Okay, thank you. We look forward to seeing you more next year, Glenn. Lesotho.
Yeah, thanks, Dorothy and the team. I think the meeting which was held in Zanzibar was great, and I think it will bring a lot of participation as so that we already have a champion. So I believe that we shall have more contribution by different members who will be part of the meeting. So at least I found that we are going to send the presentation, and then by the 10th, we should have sent you the topics and the subject matter specialist. So we are okay.
Okay, so thank you. Thank you for that. I can already feel the energy for 2020 building, and I've captured the action points for the RCC, which is to share again a reminder and deadline for these. And we are also finalizing on the fact sheet. So once it's ready, I'm going to share it with all of you so that you can use it as a tool to orient other staff within the ministries of health. And I think with that said, unless there's any member states that would want to share any updates on public health from your different countries, I think, yeah, it's already 15 hours, but if there's something urgent or an update of what is currently ongoing in your different member states, I think you're free to share. No updates, Lesotho. I know you're doing something around, is it IHR of York?
Yeah, I'm just in the middle of doing that. Hopefully, after wrapping up the meeting, then I can able to share something.
Okay, thank you, Lesotho. Zimbabwe, any matter in the health sector that you'd want to share with the region?
Nothing at this moment, Dorothy. I think thank you for this session.
Okay. Eswatini?
Nothing from my side. Dorothy.
Okay, I think with that, then
We shall share more info on regarding the TRS survey in the next coming sessions.
Okay, thank you. We're looking forward. Okay, so at this point, we are just going to end the session. I wish you all happy holidays and happy 2020. So see you all next year on the 15th of January. Same time, same place. Good evening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.